Alright, so you can hear me now too as well? Alright. Hey Scorp, it's working. No problems. Hopefully we won't have any technical difficulties. I don't know what it is, but every time I want to do an early stream, it seems like the system fucks up some way or another. I never get my stream set off until like 9 o'clock at night. Like, really? Like, there's a reason behind that. There's got to be. There's got to be a reason for me to have to be doing this late at night. Every time I tried starting it, problem. Every time I do it when I want to do it earlier, I never can get it to work. Never. But hopefully from now on we'll have to, figure that out like days ahead of time before I actually stream, so I know that it's working, and do some test streams first. So, going to be posting on Facebook tomorrow. I'm going to be doing daily cards, and we're going to do an angel card. We're going to do an spirit animal card, and then we'll do like maybe we'll do like a pick a pile on the Facebook page. I had picked some cards today. I have to grab them because I didn't post them yet on Facebook. I didn't get that done today. I had some other things I had to get done. And it was so freaking hot. I just gotta turn my fan on because I'm getting hot again. Hang on. Oh, my cards. Hang on one sec. I'm gonna draw new ones, but I just have to write this. Oh, where's my book? Okay. So, welcome everybody. I finally managed to make it here. Okay, so we've got this going. Bear with me here. One sec here. Just want to make sure that. Okay. Just so that I can keep track of you guys. Keep track. Are you all snuggled in bed already, Scorp? Oh, I guess it is, because you know what I did though? When I ended up restarting my computer, you know what time it gave me on my actual computer? Right now it's like, is it like 10 to 1 where you are, Scorp? Because I've got it set for Aussie time. That was from when we do those readings, and I'd always have to like gauge my time based on your time. So hopefully we hit that one on the head. Hang on. I'm gonna get cozy. It's time to get cozy, people. It's cozy time. Woo. That was great. Okay. So we're doing cozy time. Yay! Oh, it's chill time. Okay, so I'm just turn the lights down low, get the ambience right. My phone's going again. So just wanted to let you guys, I will be posting on YouTube, or not on YouTube, but on Facebook tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, I'll start doing like your daily cards. We'll do like an animal oracle card. We'll do an angel oracle card, and then we'll do a general reading I'll do the live general via the page tomorrow, and that's at Mystic Oracle 333. If you just Google that on Facebook, you can find it there. The name of it is Mystic Oracle Tarot and Metaphysical Services is the name of the actual page. But if you look up Mystical Oracle 333 on Facebook, you'll be able to find it there. Let's see what else is going on. I have not started doing readings in the Facebook live chat yet. Psychics Free Live. I was watching a few of them. And being a reader and being accurate and, focusing when I'm doing the readings for you guys and paying attention and being here with you guys, not off somewhere else having conversations with people that are around me, I put this time aside specifically for you guys so that I'm here with you, that I'm not being distracted, I'm not being, having conversations with other people while I'm in the middle of a reading. So I have a wonderful situation going where I can come and do my live streams, hang out with you guys, get your guys' readings done, and then have a great day. So I was just noticing, and I have yet to um, understand what it is when people are taking this as, you know, is it like, I'm just curious as to what you guys think. Would you be more interested in somebody that's actually having a conversation with you, that's actually here with you during a live stream, or would you rather me being, yeah, yeah, honey, yeah, no, don't worry, yeah, okay, and then more information and be like, oh, no, don't do that, yeah, yeah, you know, and how annoying would that be? Like I'm here, and I just found, just from my personal experiences, from watching other readers do that, I find it very annoying, and I was on watching someone do a reading tonight, and they were yelling at their dog, they were yelling or talking to their husband, they were just doing this, and that. And then they blocked people because it's like, well, you're doing readings and you're having conversations with your parent, with your partner, with your kids, like, where's the readings? And I was kind of thinking the same thing, but that person got apparently trolled, was called a troll, and was blocked from the stream. Like, you know, if you're there to do readings, then do the readings, not sit there and have conversations with other people that are sitting around you. Your focus intent is your clients, people that are spending time, taking time out of their schedule to come and see you. They're not there to see your personal life on camera. At least that's what I believe to be, right? Oh, it's 1:53. I was close. I was an hour off, okay? So it is freaking hot. We are in a heat wave right now. We're supposed to get rain overnight, so hopefully that'll help cool things down. But by tomorrow, it's supposed to pick up again to 31 tomorrow. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'd have to ask Google, but you know. Will I get your Salesforce job in Ireland? Are you calling? Are you messaging all the way from? Oh, it's Jill. Did you find that information that I gave you for your astrology chart very informative? I hope you did, because I really wanted to make sure that you got the information that you needed. Um, Update as far as our moons going. Moon chart is reading as follows. Oh, hang on one sec here. I just closed it by mistake. So the moon is, I believe we're going to probably hit a transition here because it is Thursday. And we usually hit a transition day on Thursdays. So we have, yeah, we're transitioning. Oh, sorry, it's Friday. Duh. Where have I been? I missed today. Seems like Fridays are like the in thing. So we're in a Taurus moon until tomorrow, where we transfer into a Gemini moon for Saturday and Sunday, and then we're into a Cancer moon again. So we'll have double Cancer going on. Or no, we're going into a Leo moon. We should be in the Leo moon now, are we not? Aren't we in Leo with this, or Leo sun? Sorry, Leo moon. A Leo sun, are we not? Yeah, we're in Leo as of like 3 days ago. Duh. So we're in a Leo sun, and we are in a Taurus moon right now, transitioning into a Gemini moon. So that's your moon update for the next 2 days. As far as next week, we are having Cancer from Monday and Tuesday. Then we have Leo again, 31st, first, and then we're into Virgo. So we're going Gemini Saturday, Sunday, Cancer Monday, Tuesday, Leo Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday we're in Virgo. So we don't actually have a 3-day. We usually have like 3 days, usually dedicated to one sign each week, and we actually don't have one this week coming in. Let's see, unless that extra. No, we don't. Oh, yes, we do. Sorry. So it'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll be in Virgo. Had to calendar jump. So we're gonna get started with the cards that I drew earlier today. So this was kind of like just kind of a refresher for your day. The ones that I had pulled this morning, and I don't know if this can be like a reflection for you on how your day went, or what you've been thinking about through the last little while. But the cards that I drew this morning, and they resonated with me a whole lot. With the heart chakra card, it talks about opening your heart chakra, being, open to the new experiences, whether it be love or partnerships. If you've been traumatized by relationships in the past, to allow yourself to heal it, and move forward with it, because you're missing out on so many opportunities for experiences to happen for you. So I'm sure that that can relate to a few of our viewers. I know it relates to me. I know that I've had, not my best run in with love partners. They've always been long term, but they were never fulfilling. Like, they weren't fulfilling enough for me to want to continue working at it. You know what I mean? So if you're kind of in a situation where, you're questioning whether you want to stay or whether you want to go, if you're going through a situation currently, have you taken all the resources? So the recommendations that they are talking about for the heart chakra is to go to a flower shop, buy yourself some roses or flowers. It doesn't necessarily have to be roses. That's what they recommend, because they are so fragrant. And then put them by your bedside. Apparently that is supposed to help the energy for your heart chakra to open. Or you buy a heart crystal, a crystal shape of the heart, and you wear it in your shirt pocket on above your heart, or put it into your bra and have that with you to open up the energy around your heart. Um, um, the other thing was, the card also calls upon you to open your heart to love. Perhaps you've been in prior relationships and guarded against additional pain. The angels assure you that they will protect you and that your heart. So it's safe for you to feel love and other emotions. The action steps below will help you follow through the angel's advice. So that's for the heart chakra. So, if you're having a hard time, being in relationships because you're hurt or you've been hurt in the past, it's time to heal that hurt and let it go. It's not something that you want to carry forward into a new relationship. You don't want to carry that energy towards it. So if you've completed a cycle with a relationship, the best way to do it is to close it out. Otherwise, you're constantly thinking about the person. Try to block that out, because whatever residue energy that you've got with you from that relationship that wasn't good, that wasn't, balanced or anything, you're focusing your intention, your thoughts and everything are going to reinforce that energy back into the next relationship. So you really have to literally cut it with a knife and say, that's it. I'm leaving that behind. It's over. It's done. Like for people that are just breaking up, and it's raw. It's real. It's new. Try not to focus on what you had, because you wouldn't be in the predicament that you are now, feeling the emotional pain. It's your way of releasing that pain. So, allow yourself to heal that pain, allow yourself to feel it, understand it, have a different perspective on it and understand why it happened the way it did, and be accepting of it, that, it's the way sometimes things go, and just allow yourself to grow from it and learn. And then, take your energy, revamp it, turn it around so you have an opportunity to bring in new experiences, not the same old, same old. So if you're in a habit of bringing in the same old kind of energy that you normally would, try bringing in a different perspective and just let it go. Just shut it off and say, it's over, it's done, okay, now it's time to move on. And not think about the person. Get yourself busy. Go hang out with friends. Keep your mind occupied with other things, and you'll realize that it's a lot easier to forget that relationship than it was to leave it. You know what I mean? It'll go by a lot quicker. You'll heal faster. You'll be able to move on faster. You can always still have the memories of the relationship, the reason why things fell apart. Keep those fresh so you don't end up revisiting it too many times. Try not to focus on just the good times. Remember the reason why you left or why the relationship broke down, and keep your intentions, positive from that point forward. Don't focus on the negative, because then you'll bring that energy back through, and you'll keep cycling through that every time you end up going through a relationship breakup. So the other card that I pulled today was, you are profoundly clairvoyant. So it says, trust what you see in the mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. And so if you're feeling like, you want to give someone a piece of advice and you feel like it would be validated by giving it to them, there's nothing saying that you can't give it. Even if it sounds like foolish advice, if it's something that you've experienced or you have experience in that you can kind of shed some light on, by all means give it. It's better to be able to give your information to someone that you see or you have an instinct to, or your intuition is telling you, point them in this direction. There's nothing wrong with giving a person options, giving them advice, giving them direction, teaching them how to, meditate better, or, tune into their own intuition. That gut feeling that you get is intuition, so allowing yourself to receive and send the messages through your own intuition, through your own meditation cycles, through your own visions. If you have that deja vu, or you're having a moment where things are really familiar, things like you feel like they've happened before, it could be very well that you might have had like a dream related to it, that's why it feels familiar as well. That there could have been a dream that you don't remember, or there's like details that are kind of foggy that you don't remember, that may be influencing that situation, that are coming through and saying, hey, try it this way. There's always reasons behind those gut feelings, and never not trust your gut feeling, because that's your intuition, that's your protection to tell you what feels good, what feels wrong. It's your body tuning into the vibration around you. If you're feeling in danger, your body will reflect that. And fine tuning that is very easy to do if you practice, to even just quiet your mind, just tune into the vibration around you, tune into your emotional state of being, whatever it may be. Maybe your energy around you is feeling negative. Maybe feel what that feels like to be negative, and how heavy that feels, and what your body is sensing, and the sensations that your body's giving off, to know that, the warning bells, or, and not to second guess yourself. Don't ever second guess yourself, because you may end up second guessing yourself, and then, you don't make the right choice. But being in tune with your own physical sense, your physical energy, your physical self, and trust on what you're seeing. If it feels real, it usually is real. You can learn, and I've been working on this myself, especially, the best time to actually practice reality, and artificial reality is what I want to call it, like that dream state that you're in. Really take control of your dreams. And I've been working hard at my dreams. I used to let my dreams overtake me, and I have been switching it around so that I'm in total control of my dreams. So it's like I'm in control of both reality and plus both my dreams. So sometimes I get confused between the two sometimes, and it's like, when I'm in a dream, it's feeling very real, because I am in such control, and the experience that I'm having is just profound. It's like I'm living my life, and I have an opportunity to live it again and make different choices. And it's almost like you get an opportunity within the dream to make those choices, to see what the outcome comes out to be. So it's like it's like a demo mode, if you will, for your life. Um, to kind of see what your subconscious mind is going to unfold for you, what your subconscious mind is going to, show you, or what it's going to reveal to you if you make certain decisions. Have you made those decisions before? Is there memory banks that you made a decision similar to that is coming forward now, and you're making the same decision? And is there a warning bell that kind of goes off and says, we've done this before? To have a deja vu within a dream, there's something that's clicking within the subconscious mind that you've done already in this present life, that you are taking with you, and you're going through, your demo mode, your practice mode when you're in dream state. So learn to take control of it, and just do little bits at a time. Like tweak it a little bit. Like say, okay, the next time I have a dream, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna, reach out and touch a person and see what it feels like, or I'm gonna reach out and notice that, I don't actually travel anywhere. You just go like from frame to frame to frame to frame. You never actually go really far distances. Like you do in reality, you can go like across Canada, or across Australia, or across Ireland, and know that you crossed it. But in a dream state, it's like you flash in at certain parts of the film. It's like, oh, you come back, it's like being in a movie theater, and you forgot the popcorn. So you go out to get popcorn, you come back, and there's a different scene. And then you go out and you go to the washroom, you come back, there's a different scene than where you left. You know what I mean? So there's that gap that you start realizing in between each frame, that you can't, you start understanding that you know that you're in a dream. And that's one of your grounding zones for, putting your test mode into play, right? And I have a lot of fun with it. I've learned to do that over. It's taken me about, I would say, about 2.5, 3 months to get it down to where I know that I can have control of it. And sometimes your subconscious wants to overpower you and see how strong and willing you are to go the length of the experience. And I usually try to go the length. I don't show any fear. I try to, because I know that I'm in a dream, so my fear level has really gone down. It's dropped a lot. I'm not as fearful when I dream, which is really amazing. It's an awesome trip. So just some words of advice that, when you're even in meditation, trust what you're hearing, trust what you're seeing. There's a reason for you to be unfolding that. Whether it be information that has been programmed into you before you came, or if it's past life situations that maybe you've already lived them before, and have come back into this lifetime, and it could have been just a fragment of information that was left behind from your past life or your past experiences, that might be coming forward for you, that might be an important program or important lesson that you forgot about last time, that you wanted to make a for sure mental note on, that you may have that one moment with you go, aha, okay, I remember how to do this, and all of a sudden it flashes in. It's like, have I done this before? Because I don't remember ever doing it. But it could be a past memory that's come up in your subconscious, right, in your actual energy field. I was told by my teacher that what happens, and I have yet to find proof on this. I haven't really heard it, but I have heard it, like in certain ways of people speaking about it, that we go from an energy to a physical form, to an energy, to a physical form. So we reincarnate over and over again. We just reincarnate into different time frames and different kind of, I heard recently, and I was following this one fellow, and he was talking about it, and he was talking a lot about the program that the Earth is. I don't know how to put this so that it's understood. But talking about that, I believe in past life. I've already done my homework and come up to the reasons why numbers are throwing certain signals at me, certain meanings behind the numbers. But the synchronicity of the number coming into my life and repeating itself over and over again actually timed me back into having the experience of being back in the Cleopatra days, and my partner being Mark Anthony, and just having that really bizarre, because our numbers were sequencing. Like, we are definitely soul partners. We've been in a carnation together before. So it's like finding that out and just having these numbers clicking for both of us at the same time. And it's just like, go look it up, look up the information, find out what the experience was. So, there's different things that have come up when I've been in my dream, and just bizarre things. I've always been interested in the Egyptian culture. I've always had that thrill. I am scared of water, so I had an experience on the Titanic. This is what my coach told me as well, that I was also pushed from a high building from a lover, and that's why I'm just petrified now of heights. And I don't know if you guys notice, but your fears get stronger as you get older. When you're a child, you're pretty carefree. You don't really have a lot of fears. But I think it has to do a lot with society making those fears come to be a reality. And that's where I get to play in my dream. Like, I don't have to worry about, dying. I don't have to worry about, suffering anyway, because I can just, like, wave a magic wand when I'm in my dream and actually have it working, right? So, with that said and done, so that's, trusting your intuition and trusting everything that's going on for you. And question it. If you have questions, by all means ask. That's what I'm here for. And who else is here? Oh, thanks, Scorp, for the thing. So we're gonna start with the readings now that we've kind of gone through that. And the first person up is Jo. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, it's so long since you've been around. How have you been? So we're going to start with some readings. We're going to do a couple readings tonight. We're going to see what's going on. Will you get your job at Salesforce in Ireland? Okay, so let me just put these cards away first here. Let's get some room here. So those are the messages that came today. So I don't know if there's something that happened in your day that you can reflect on in correlation to those. We also had the animal card. That was the couscous, talking about calmness, calming your mind, being accepting of being able to calm, not always having to rush everywhere, taking your time, learning to, have patience with it, have that calmness, not feeling like you're rushing into anything, without, the foreseeable um, information to be available. I'm just gonna get the light better here. So we're gonna get started with some. Oh, hang on one sec, guys. My table's lopsided here. Oh, look at that. Okay, is that gonna wobble? Okay. So I gotta get the smudge started because we are going to be doing readings now. So like we normally do, we always start with our smudge. And I got this cute little butterfly candle holder. This cute little butterfly candle holder for my birthday from a friend of mine. So it kind of sits here. It's really nice because I love butterflies too. They're an amazing animal. So we're just going to get the smudge lit here, and then we'll start with the reading. So if anybody wants a reading, please let me know. I don't have a moderator in, but let me know if you want a reading. I'm going to move Mr. Butterfly back here a bit. Some little light. I'm going to start with the smudge here. Pull a deck out. I don't know what deck I'm going to use today, so I'm going to smudge a couple decks anyway. We'll see what we end up with here. Okay. So I have the Cloud deck, the Witch's Tarot, and the regular Rider-Waite Tarot. So you can take your pick as to what deck you would like, and let me know at the time of your reading. So you have the Cloud ones are very good for introspect into your personal aspects. The Witch's Tarot are very more defined information, and the Rider-Waite is just kind of really generalized kind of information. You still get information from it, so I find that I get better messages though sometimes with the Witch's Tarot. So we're gonna move that with our little crystal here, a psychic crystal. You can stay there. I just want a couple more little puffs here. Alright, so let's see where we are here in the chat. I'm doing good, Genesis. How are you guys doing? Hope things are well. So I don't know if Joe is here still. Hey Caleb, welcome to the channel. And I also, you're new. Well, welcome. Everybody here is regular people here. We keep things pretty normal around here. We don't, we try to keep everybody, on the up and up. And so we're sitting, gonna start doing the readings. So if you want to have, a sample reading, that's by all means, feel free to. Oh, I'm just gonna make you a moderator, Scorp. For tonight at least, anyway. Then you can just post it and then you don't have to worry about me having to show it every time. Okay, so Caleb, so what we do here is we do, mini readings. Usually it's like one question, with a bit of information given back to you. Usually like yes or no questions. We also do pendulum readings here where we ask a pendulum, for information or answers. We do life advice, we do love readings, we do relationship crossroad, future love readings, current situations, past, present, future, so you can get a variety of different readings done here. I also have a Facebook page that I'm going to be posting more readings on with the daily cards and everything instead of doing them here on YouTube. It's a little bit easier. I will take you guys to the park tomorrow. We are going to hit the park tomorrow. It's a beautiful day. It's supposed to be really hot tomorrow. So I'll take you guys around the local adventure. The little theme park that we have here. It's really cool. So we are going to start with J.O. must have left. Okay, so we are going to start a list. And we have Ava Flower. Can you get a general read? Sure, Ava. What deck did you want to use, or did you need to pick the deck? So we have 3 people in chat. So how are things going now, Scorp? Did you want to know the exact time? Oh, I think I gave you the time for the moon changes, right? For when we come into the new moon. Was there anything else you needed while we're waiting for Eva? Which is true. All right. Move these other ones out of the way. Hang on 1 sec here. I don't know if you guys can hear my neighbor who's having a bit of a party because it is Friday. I think it is. No, it's Thursday. What am I talking about? Thursday? Friday. It is Friday. Where have I been this week? Oh my god, I've just been totally out of it. I don't pay attention to the dates. Like, really, I don't. I don't pay attention too much to the actual dates. But it is Friday. Where was I thinking Thursday? Like, what the heck? I missed it. You know, I overslept on Monday, and I didn't even, get Monday started, and I felt like I was already on. And then it was already Tuesday, so I was like, my day just went fast. Okay, so first card up for you, Eva, is the World card. Okay. Oops. Second card for you is the Eight of Swords in reverse. Move the pendulum there. So the Eight of Swords in reverse. So you're feeling pretty carefree, I think. I think you've got some open moments here coming forward. Wow. Not having any challenges. Was there something specific that you wanted to know? Because you've got like a clear road ahead of you, like for positivity wise, not feeling any restriction, like you're not feeling like you're having to face any restriction unless you've been facing restriction and you're coming out of it now. You won't have to face that restriction that maybe you've been feeling, so you might, whether that be financial or personally or in a personal aspect. And feeling that with the Eight of Wands, fire energy, that you're not having to feel, you're not having to make decisions fast. Like you can actually wait on it and actually feel good about waiting for it. Like not having to worry about the swiftness of everything happening so fast. It's time to, maybe slow down. If things have been going really fast and making you feel restricted, that you're kind of out of control. I think you're going to gain control back. Like you're not going to have to suffer from any feelings of loss of control or energy fields of, like crazy, uneasy feelings. I think it's going to be very calm and smooth sailing for you coming forward. Like with the World card, everything's kind of like, everything's going to be like the world is your oyster kind of thing. No restrictions, carefree, and the Two of Swords in reverse. So you're not having to, like, you've got a clear sign for a lot of slow moving, taking it chill, just going with the flow. No restrictions, not feeling like you're restricted by any means. And then with the Two of Swords, you've got very positive with the World card and everything else kind of counterbalancing, the negative is turning into positive. You're not having to rush. You can slow down and take a breather now. You've got some time to rebalance, regauge your energy. Bottom of the deck energy is the Sun card in reverse. So now is not a time for renewal. Just enjoy what you have or what you've experienced and just kind of spend some time reflecting on it. So yeah, it's just taking it slow. Slow things down a bit. Maybe you're going like been going mile a minute with your work or with your family or with with errands or obligations that you have wherever that is in your life, and it's kind of like left you kind of feeling restricted with rebalancing your energy. So I'm feeling like this is a time just to take a breather, take that breath now, and just relax. Take that deep breath, sit back, and just enjoy what you have. You've worked hard to get there. You've rushed. You've worked hard. You've been fast moving. Just get it done. Get it done. Get it done. And now that it's completed, you can actually sit back and just kind of enjoy it before the actual next phase starts. Okay. Right. So now's the time to just kind of slow it down. Not have to just be all crazy. Right. So now's the time to sit back and just kind of like take a deep breath, slow down, and just kind of regroup, rebalance. Um, you know, there's nothing renewal like renewal part is like not quite here yet. It's not time for to begin new things. I think it's time just to kind of take your breath and just kind of slow down right now and enjoy what you've completed so far. You have to take time for yourself and slow everything down. Take that, 10 minutes, sit back, breathe through your nose, and even if it's like 10 minutes out of the day, just sit back and really release your tension in your muscles, in your body. Sit back, take that deep breath, and just let everything just relax. 10 minutes even out of the day. Just take that 10 minutes and just kind of use that time to reflect on things that you've done, that you've completed, that you've achieved. Just reflect on the challenges that you've gone through, that you made it through, and just now you've crossed, you're across the finish line. You're in the midst of crossing that finish line. You know what I mean? You haven't crossed it completely, like you're not fully out of, that energy. But what you're feeling is you're like almost like you're freeze framed on the finish line. Like they take that fast photo. You're that photo that's right on the finish line, and you just want to stop, take a breath, and just relish in what you've caught completed, what you've done, and what you've come so far from, right? Just relish in it before you run across that finish line and go, yes, I made it. You know what I mean? You don't want to quite really want to go there, but you still are going there, right? You know what I mean? But you just kind of slowed everything down into like a snail's pace, just as you just ready, maybe, you're anxious about crossing that finish line. What is it going to be like on the other side of the next challenges or next opportunities or obligations that you have? Maybe there's uncertainty going on. You know, being anxious about, the new things that might come in for you, and just, be ready, for the new to come in. You're at that photo finish now, and you're just like, oh, you're slowly going through the finish line right now, you know. So that's what I feel for you. Any other messages? With the 501s in reverse, not having to take on any disagreements or anything, you've got a clear sailing just to take a breather. Take some time for you. You've earned it. You know, let yourself become unanxious, not anticipating something, whether it's worrying or you're anxious about, new things coming in. Just sit back and just let them come in. Allow the new beginnings to come in and experiences to come forward, right? I understand enjoying the moment. I've been trying to practice this self-free feeling. It's a neat feeling. When you get it down, you don't always get things the first time around, right? It takes a bit of practice. It's like, when we first learned to walk, we didn't learn to walk and we didn't start running, you know what I mean? So we have to take time to just, enjoy the learning stage. Enjoy experiencing the learning, you know, not rushing through the learn so you forget any details or, miss an experience of an emotional or physical sensation that you might have gone through. Just trying to get through it, but take your time through it. It's like, you got this big meadow in front of you. You got to get to the other side of the meadow, and you want to get over there, like, regardless, right? you're still going to get there. At the end of the day, you're still going to reach the other side. But it's like stopping and smelling the purple flowers. And then you say, oh, well, I want to stop and smell the yellow flowers. I want to stop and smell the pink flowers. And I want to stop and smell the roses. And I want to smell the tulips. So you're taking different things and you're adding the experience all into one, right? And it'll take you a while to cross that meadow at that stage, right? So you'd think, right? But the experiences that you're having along the way are going to be memorable. You're going to say, oh, I remember what that smelled like. I remember what that tulip smelled like. That is just so fresh in your mind, and it's just there. The memory is there. You're building these memories and these experiences, so you can end up sharing them with someone that might be, kind of rushing through life and just not enjoying it, and just teaching them how to slow down a little and just say, I want to smell this rose. And teaching yourself to say, okay, I'm not going to rush. If you catch yourself, oh, I'm going to go back and smell that flower because I have time to. You can go back and revisit it. You don't have to cross the finish line quite yet. You can still go back and say, okay, I want to re-experience that because I wasn't quite clear on that. The smell wasn't quite clear, but I want to revisit it so I can have it fresh in my mind, right? And just gradually walk through the meadow. Envision a meadow. Even if you have to spend half an hour envisioning walking through a meadow, just visualizing it, right? And just experience whatever's in your meadow you want to experience. You want to go and climb the biggest pine tree, before you get to the other side. Like all those experiences between you and the outside of that meadow, the other side, is all of the experiences. That's all they are. They're experiences all the way through, right? And it gets anxious. You got so much to do and you get like, but if you just stop and say, okay, what is the most beautiful thing that I can see in my meadow that I really want to experience first? And you've got all day to run around in the meadow. You got this big meadow that you can run around and do whatever you want in at this point, when you're self-freeing, and just say, I'm going to do everything in this meadow, whether it be, sitting down and saying, I'm going to experience what it's like to sit down and do nothing for a day, or I'm going to see what it's like to run around and have fun like a little kid for a day, or I'm just going to spend a moment of time laughing every day. Talking to people and having a good laugh, people that I don't know, being more social with strangers, all those little experiences. It's just, it's an amazing experience, right? So I think that's what you're kind of being pushed into is just learning to live the experiences, and experience what it would be like to be in a different pair of shoes. Even visualize being in Superman's shoes and what he would have to go through, and the stress that he might have to be, what I mean, just different visualizations. And I think that would really help with freeing yourself, right? And just being, okay, I've got nothing to worry about. At the end of the day, you really have nothing to worry about but getting proper sleep, or being on work on time, and showing up to work like 2 minutes late is not going to kill you. Your boss might be pissed that you showed up 2 minutes late, but maybe it was that extra cup of coffee that you just decided to stop and grab that made you the 2 minutes late that you really needed. You know what I mean? So if it kind of or leave an extra 10 minutes early so you can take a different route, a scenic route back into work. You know what I mean? Find a different route to work. So it changes things up for you, right? And maybe that anxiousness will start going away, right? It's just planning and budgeting your time, and just allowing your time to be, not time though. You know what I mean? Like you're not on a schedule. You're not, having to say, I have to be here at this time. Leave like an hour early and take a scenic route, or be able to stop and grab a coffee, so you have that time and that not feeling rushed. Even if your schedule is not permitting, slow down and say, okay, if I'm not there on time, I've got a busy schedule, I can't be everywhere at that moment. You know what I mean? Even though we can visualize being there at that moment, and you don't have to excuse yourself. Things happen, people get, things sometimes don't work out. So take advantage of when those times aren't going to work out. Don't stress over them. Don't worry about them. If it's meant to be a certain way, then just let it be. And try to, if you're the type of person that procrastinates, or, leaves everything to the last minute, try being planned. Like I'm trying to get myself planned for tomorrow already, and it's, already nighttime, and by the tomorrow morning comes, I will have forgotten it all. So if I don't write it down and kind of leave an outline for me for the next day, I won't get nothing done. I literally will get, what I need to get done through the day, just your basics, cleaning the house, tidying things up, getting myself dressed, my shower, just doing that stuff sometimes in a day after doing readings all night, it takes a bit out of me, right? So I have to, really remember where my energy level is. And then, end up putting my phone down after, I do a live stream and spend a couple hours here. Putting my phone down and actually going to sleep is one of the biggest challenges that I have, right? Because I'll sit on my phone and play a couple games, and then by that time, a couple hours has gone by, and you're playing poker or you're playing, one of those little, um, imaginary home garden, where you have a farm, you have to take care of the animals and, plant your crops. And then you go back to the other game and it's like, by the time you finish getting all these games that you've been playing all caught up, 2 hours has gone by and it's now 3 o'clock in the morning. And I have to be back up at 9:30, so learning to, evaluate getting my time schedules. I used to sleep until noon, but now I'm actually getting up at around 9:30 because it does get warm at that time. But my body's adjusting. It adjusts to what I need, right? If I need more sleep, then I'll sleep longer. If I don't need so much sleep, then I'll sleep, a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours, and I'll be up again and going and just through the day, And other days it's like I'll sleep till noon. I won't get anything started until 3 or 4 o'clock, So it kind of works itself out, And it sucks. It sucks. Some days I wish that I could have enough energy to get through a day. Like today, I actually got a bike ride in today, and I haven't been on my bike for a while, right? And I felt the burn. Like I was like 5 minutes into my ride, and I'm like, my legs are burning, and I'm like, what? This shouldn't be happening. Like, after not being on it for a while, it's like that. How quickly your body changes and how it adapts to what you're doing currently, right? So working those muscles today, I'm going to feel them tonight when I go to bed. When I actually stop for the day and lay down, it's going to feel like my hip is going to come out because I don't know what it is, but I guess I pushed myself too hard on my bike. And next thing you know, my hips just like want to separate. It feels like they're just coming right out of joint, and it's like they just want to pop. It's like cracking your knuckle. It feels like that, but it's just like at the verge of cracking, like that pop. It's like right there, and you just want to pop, 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 and it won't pop, and it's like, oh man, it gets painful, and it's like, come on. But it's take a couple aspirin before bed, and I feel fine, right? So, I push myself to the limit. I'll push myself, especially when it was like the heat of the day. I went out riding, and it was like, okay, and I only went for like half an hour, and it was like it felt like I was gone for like an hour and a half. Like that little short ride felt like torture to me, so, it may feel like torture in the beginning, but, at the end of the day, why is this not charging? One sec here. My phone's not charging. I'm going to lose you guys here if I can't get this to stay in. What's going on here? Hang on here. Why is this not? Okay, so my phone's not charging on that spot. Move it over one. Let's see if that one works. There we go. Okay. So I guess just one of the plugs isn't working. I was gonna lose you guys there. So, any other words of advice that I could give you? I don't know. Hey Shante, welcome to the channel. How have you been? So, I don't know who else is on the list or who wanted a reading. You're welcome, Scorp, for making you a mod. You're here, so that you also probably will get the notifications that every time I go live so you don't miss any. I'll try to do them more regular, but I seem to do the Friday Night Live kind of readings, where everybody seems to kind of be, either out or in or doing something, not too busy. Or too extremely busy anyway. I was thinking it was Thursday. Why I was thinking Thursday today, I don't know. So good thing I got to doing my actual Friday stream. You're very welcome, Ava. you know, anytime you want to hang out here and get a reading, you're more than welcome. I'll do the quick mini reads. You know, if you want to check out the Facebook page, it's Mystic Oracle 333 is there as well. It's Mystic Oracle Tarot and Metaphysical Services. So you can go and check out that page. I'm going to start doing postings there starting tomorrow for next week. We'll do like the daily cards, the animal card, the angel card, and then we'll do the daily card of the day, which will be at one card from one of the decks, and I'll do like an insight read for the day, and then we'll do like your 3-day look ahead or something like that on the Facebook page. So you guys make sure you go and check that out, and be sure to, you know, follow that page so you don't miss out on any of the postings if you have Facebook. And for you people that don't have Facebook, you can still catch me here, or you can message me. If you use Messenger, you can look up Karen Lynn Keachais and you can find me there, or you can just message through through the page as well. So, you know, there's different ways that you can contact me. We're going to actually do a live call-in. We did one before with one of our clients, and we did a live call-in. There may be, you know, live call-ins that we'll be doing either here on YouTube or we'll be doing it on Facebook. But I am going to start doing them in both places so that, you know, we can get, you know, more viewers and stuff. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment on the channel. Definitely throw a thumbs up and hang out for the streams. I am going to start bringing back the draws. What we used to do back a few months back, I stopped them, but we have draws, random draws through the month for readings or for Dreamcatcher or whatever seems to be, you know, the gift of the week or the month. We'll let you know. I'll keep you guys posted on those as well. I will be getting crystals in. I'm going actually into a shop tomorrow to take a look, and we'll have drawings for crystals. Different things that we'll be doing through Facebook, probably more on Facebook than we will do here, but I'll keep you guys posted on that in future streams. So, you know, there'll be different things that I'm going to start implementing back that we were having fun with before. You know, like the Dreamcatchers, winning a Dreamcatcher like the ones behind me. You know, so might not be quite as big, but you know, they're fair size Dreamcatcher. You know, so there's different things that we'll be doing, you know, just random, you know, gifts and stuff like that. Or if you want to purchase a Dreamcatcher, just let me know. I make all different kinds of them. I don't know if you guys can see them up there, but those are the Dreamcatchers there. There's all the different kinds of ones. I make the mobile ones, right? So I make all different kinds of ones. I've got like so many of them around the house. So yeah, so if you guys are ever interested in one, feel free to check those out, and free to order. I ship anywhere in the world, so you don't have to worry, you know, shipping, depending on where it's shipped to, depending on how long it would take. I'm not sure, but I can ship anywhere. So if you're like Jo is in Ireland, or you know, Scorp is in Australia, you know, I can ship it anywhere in the world for you. So don't feel shy to be asking. And donations can be made for readings. Link that I'm putting into the chat. That's a direct link to the actual donation page to make it. And you can keep in touch with Scorp. She's the moderator for the night. Thank you, Scorp, again, for being the moderator. I appreciate it. You're awesome. You're a wonderful addition to the moderators. So, you know, donation link is in there. If you want to send and have like a photo reading done, you can email me a picture of the photo, and I'll do a live photo reading on one of the streams. Notify you by email when the stream will be live, so you can be able to tune into the stream to get that photo reading done. whether it be somebody from your past, somebody from the present, somebody, you know, a lost loved one. We did one photo reading here about a month and a half ago, and it was very helpful for the person to help get some closure to the situations that they were going through, or to understand it a little better. Um, you know, so whatever, you know, there's pretty much not anything that I won't try. If you need, you know, incantation to bring you luck, or you need spell work or something along those lines, be happy to help you out there. You know, so just show your support for the channel by liking, subscribing to the channel, and everything will work out just fine. Oops. I was supposed to do the thing. I think it's going to be pretty quiet tonight, Scorp. I don't think it's going to be like it normally is, really busy. It's a Friday night, and I thought it was Thursday. Here, I was thinking it was Thursday. I was like right out of it. Right, like out to lunch on that one. Oh, get comfortable here. Oh, yeah. Sit back, relax, enjoy. So how's that blankie? Squirt. It is still hot here. I've got my front door open. I've got all my windows open. Got my fan going, and I'm still hot. It's like, what is it right now? It's like, it's got to be at least 21, 20, 19, 20, probably still. And it's like, what time at night? It's like almost 10 o'clock, and we're still like warm. You know, it doesn't usually cool off till about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I usually have to end up taking a shower, you know, sometimes late in the mid-morning just to cool off, enough to go to sleep. So it all depends on, but it is warm. You can walk around, you know, it's one of those really nice summer nights where you just like don't even need like a jacket or anything. You know, throw your flip-flops on and go for a walk in your shorts and not feel a chill at all. You know what I mean? I ended up cutting my hair. I cut my own hair. I think I did a pretty good job. I had to take off a few inches. Took off about an inch or 2 inches off my hair. So it's a lot shorter. Because it was just getting too heavy. It was summertime and it was getting too heavy and dense right here. So I had to thin it out a bit. But yeah, loving the weather, but you know, I would rather have hot weather because you can always take a shower and cool off than to have cold weather. Personally, I don't like the cold. You know, I like to be a warm. I'm a crab. I like my water. I like my warmth. I like my sun. I like my beach. True Cancer the crab. I'm just tropical all the time. Just want to be tropical. Tropical of Cancer, as they say. But yeah. Oh, goodness me. I'm getting sleepy now. See? I had a good day. I had a good ride today. Burnt some energy today. Felt good. I really felt good after that ride, though. Well, I think we're going to call it a night. I think it's time to say good night to everyone. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. I'll get back to you guys on, maybe we'll have a live draw come August for a free reading. Free 30-minute reading coming in the month of August. July specials are still on for another few more days. You still can get your mini 10 minute your mini reading additional to any other reading that you purchase as well. That's an ongoing offer that's going on for the next foreseeable future. So if you book a 30-minute or 45-minute or whatever one over, you know, even if you book a 10-minute mini reading, you can book another 10-minute. You have to use it within 30 days of the first one. You just got a new cat. Oh, is that ever cute? They just left it? Oh, poor little baby. Oh, just give us some time. You'll be able to get that baby to come to you. It'll end up loving you. It's just got to learn to trust again, right? I have to go find my other little kitten. He's out running around, and I got to go make sure that he's not getting into trouble out there. So, just give me 1 sec. Where's Handsome? Handsome boy. Come on, baby. Come on, inside. Come on. Okay. Come on. There we go. You guys are inside now. Yeah. Can't be outside now. It's nighttime. Come on, Handsome. Look, my baby. You gonna come be on TV? Come say hello to Scorp. Say hello, Scorp. I came to say hello. There he is. There's Handsome. He wants to go. He likes it outside too. He's just a little bug to be outside. That's where he likes to be too. I'd rather be sitting outside right now too, personally. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take you guys outside into my garden. Huh? Oh yeah, we've got the neighbors being loud, so maybe that's not such a good idea tonight. We could go stargazing the next time. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. If you need any advice, Scorp, on your cat issues, by all means ask, email me, message me, whatever, if you're having problems with it. I have done, I've had a feral cat myself, where she ended up getting rehomed, but having experience in that as well, so, to get them. Oh, he probably needs his litter box.
No.
Oh. Yeah. He probably needs his litter box. I totally forgot about it. He's so used to going outside now that I don't even really need a litter box, but just in case he needs to go to the potty, So, yeah, he's my favorite. I had said from when we had the litter, when we first had them, I wanted him out of all of them to be the one that ends up staying out of all of them. And sure enough, he was the last one left. And I said, whatever last one is left is the one that we end up with, so whatever the universe is going to give to us. But he was the first one up on the bed from the little birthing bed. He would climb up the side of the bed, come and sit out on top. He's just like totally out, totally outgoing. It's just a little amazing little bird. Now he's getting in the fridge. Handsome. You need to go potty? Yeah, go see Papa. He's being a funny little one. He's a little anxious, little monster. But yeah, so if you ever need, has she been good? She's been okay? Maybe she was just marking her territory and realizing, let's see how far we can push this until we get in trouble. Little tuxedo cats is what they're called, yeah. I think he's just adorable. He's my little buddy. He'll come and sit with me. He'll come and sleep with me. Screw what mommy has to give. He'll cuddle with her during the day, but at nighttime he lays with us, or he lays on our bed when we're not home. So he knows where his little good times are. Oops. Well, that's good. I'm glad she's working out. Yeah, they get finicky that way. They're just 1 minute they're one way, and the next minute they're just opposite. It's like more confusing than a man. The way I look at it, they can be more confusing than having a partner or being in a relationship. Because 1 minute they're hot, 1 minute they're cold, 1 minute they're hot, 1 minute they're cold. Sometimes they're both at the same time. Just like a cat. The cat will love you more though. You can yell at it. It doesn't get angry at you. Yeah, it doesn't talk back until you tell it to. Yeah, my cat, my female cat, when she was younger, if my partner would get mad at her or anything, she would literally go and take a shit in his clothes. Like we'd have like a dirty clothes pile in the bathroom. She would purposely, get into the clothes, take a dump. I mean, the litter box is right there. She would literally poop right beside him, right beside it, or in his clothes, and hide it. So we'd go and shake out the laundry, and out come these little poops. But it was always on his clothes, never on mine. He would always, he'd always just do it on his. It was just the funniest thing. He'd be like, "Ah, she shit in my clothes again." Well, then you shouldn't have yelled at her. She will literally. She left him some priceless moments, some very very cherishable moments in the mornings, especially, or she would pee on them. Oh, it was just funny. But always on his, never on mine, because he would ignore her or he wouldn't, associate with her, and she'd just get her nose out of joint. And she'd be like, "I'll teach you," da 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 da, and boop boop boop. So yeah, she's funny that way. She'll come right to me and she won't sit near him, and she'll just like show her little cold shoulder to him and just be like, "You don't pay attention to me, well, I'm not gonna pay attention to you." So da 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 on you. But the next day she'll be like rubbing up against him and just rubbing around his feet and just loving on him, and he's like, "What do you want now?" "You're not my friend. You weren't yesterday." So they're as moody as I guess. I don't know. Hot, cold, hot, cold. But they're funny. See, he went in the toilet. But yeah, no, they're I love them. I wouldn't part with any of them. I had to part with my one female, because of she needed to close the door. Needed to understand that she had to be more socialized, with people that could spend the time with her, to get her social. She was social. She would come to you, but she was food motivated. Like she needed to be with somebody that's gonna be on her continuously and showing her that it's okay, right? She wouldn't go near anybody. She would come to us. We would barely even get to touch her. We got to the point the only time you could touch her was when she was eating, and it was getting very stressful. For my other cat, because she would be constantly on her and wouldn't leave her alone, was wanting to nurse up until she was like 6 months old. And you can't do that, right? She just wanted to be stuck with the surrogate mom that my cat ended up being to her. When we found her, she was only, I think, about 4.5 weeks old, and she, I think, was from a litter that got trapped here that was wild, with all our kittens, and we put her into, a rescue society so they wouldn't lose the kittens and the kittens wouldn't get hurt. And so we ended up, it's a rescue society that I work with, to do fostering before I got cats of my own. So just looking out for the betterment of the cat. So we sent her to get rehomed to somebody that would be more, inept to getting her to become more social, that can deal with, being clawed at, being hissed at, just things happening. I wasn't, I just don't feel I can't do that. I can't be on a cat like that. It's not in my, to be, determined to get the cat to be social. I would just like walk away just to avoid the scuffle. But there's people that through the society that we work with, that actually will actually work with her, and they will go through the biting and the clawing and the hissing and all that kind of stuff, to get her to be more social, you know. So yeah, it was a treat to have her. She was a beautiful cat. She was a long-haired Persian, Maine Coon mix, and just beautiful, big. She's twice the size of my female cat, but she was just the cutest little cat. From day one, I fell in love with her, and it was really hard to let her go. But it was for her better interest to be able to be in a family that, you know, can show her that, respond or take on the responsibility of training her, and socializing her properly without, just letting her get away with, I'm the type of person, just let them do what they want to do in a certain level, like don't walk on the tables, obviously, and stuff like that, the counters and stuff, and training it. But she was so feral when we got her that it was very hard to get her to trust. She was just basically come and eat outside, come and eat outside, come and eat outside, and that's all she did. You'd even look at her, and she'd like run helter skelter to the other side of the room, or you'd walk towards her and she'd run, underneath the table or underneath the stool, or, it was very, very tiring, because you couldn't get near her, and it was very upsetting to me because I wanted to love her, but I couldn't get close enough to do that, right? So it was very hard. Scientist Alif Rome? Hi! How are you doing? That's a long name. You got me tongue-tied there. Alif Rome. Nice to see you here. Welcome to the channel. So... Oh, I'm just going to sit back and relax for a minute here, guys. Oh, it's been a long day. It's been a very great day. There we go. Oh, I just kind of fade into the scenery here. Woo! Oh, there goes Mama Cat. You wanna go outside, Moose? Hang on one sec, guys. I'm gonna let you out. You wanna go outside? Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. Go. No, Hanson, you can't go outside. Hang on, let me see where Papa is first. One sec, guys. I just let them go outside. Papa's out there so he can keep an eye on them. I don't like them being out there while he can't. Nobody's out there. Whew. Alright, so what's going on in chat? Anything new and interesting? What is this about? This is where you get your free readings done. That's what this is about. We do free readings, do advice, guidance, breathe, meditation, Scientist Alfie Frome. So what are your interests, scientist? We talk about different things, Mandela effect, whatever you want to talk about. It's open forum here. But mostly we do tarot readings, metaphysical stuff. If there's something on topic that you want to talk about, or a topic you want to talk about, by all means, throw it out there and let's have a discussion about something. You can leave it open. Huh? Just leave the door open. No. So yeah, I really would like to take you guys outside because it's a lot cooler out there than it is in my house. But they're like unsurmountably drunk upstairs, and they're yelling and hooting and hollering and blah 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 blah. You know how drunk people get. It's not a very fun thing. Do you think the readings are accurate? Maybe you should ask the people that have the readings done. I'm running probably, I would say 95% of the time. Allow for that 5% that might be a little bit off, but generally they're right on target. I don't know. What do you think, Squirt? How accurate do you feel? From you've been here long enough to know how many readings I've done. I've probably done what, over 1,000? Yeah, the only way to find out is ask a question and see.
You ask 5 people, they all got the same sort of answer, it's probably the right answer. Doesn't matter what you're talking about.
Are you a skeptic, scientist, about tarot readings? Have you had one ever done? Can I read for you? Sure. I can do a reading for you. Pull the masculine deck. Okay. All right. Whew. It's warm. Can you move that fan back over to where it was?
Well,
Okay.
it cuts off the fucking in there and puts on the floor. What it is.
Okay. Are you currently in a relationship that might be going through some striking times? You're getting like hot and cold from your partner? Feel like, you know, you're at a very promising point in your life where, you know, you've worked really hard to where you've gotten everything, you know, that you work for. And it's like you're being, you keep your life pretty balanced on a general basis, and that's what's helped you get through most of your trying times, is keeping that balance, keeping that situations on point. Even under those stressful moments, you seem to just be able to just like, it's almost like magic, just things happen for you and you can't understand why they're happening in a positive sense. Like things just seem to unfold for you for the better. You know, like you just, you know, with the world card talks a lot about completion cycles and a lot of things coming into full picture for you, and you know, having a lot of support around you. Um, you're like an open book as well. You don't really keep a lot of stuff hidden. You're very open about, you know, your life. You're very open about your experiences. You're a very carefree feeling person. But I feel like the current situations that you're going through right now is probably relationship wise. You might be going through a no, well, I'm not going to say no communication, but time where there's not a lot of talking going on, a lot of action or moving forward. It's almost like, you know, the situation is kind of like left you kind of wondering if the relationship is going to continue or if it's going to end. Even though you're making the offers, but you've decided to kind of take a step back from it, from the relationship. Um, you know, I think it's your partner that's going through a little bit of hard time, but at the same point, I don't see that lasting for long. Or you may have just come out of that situation and it might be changing around for you, to where things are going to be on a more even basis for your situations. I feel that, you know, you don't like to take old-fashioned approach. You're very modern in the way that you think. Um, you don't kind of, you know, you're very balanced in allowing, you know, equal partnership, equal kind of balance between the male and female gender. You know what I mean? Like it's not like too masculine for a woman to work a man's job, or a woman or a man to work a woman's job, or to take care of the house. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you take from both sides, right? You're very imbalanced with, you know, and not too vain in saying, you know, being too masculine and saying, oh man, that's not a man's job. You're more open to being able to take on responsibilities, like stay in the home, like doing dishes, doing laundry, doing, you know, some of the jobs that a woman in the olden days would have to be specifically made for, that were made specifically for the female version, right? Um, um, you don't really have a lot to hide in life. You know, you're definitely a, and I'm picking up. Okay, let me see here. What energies have we got here for you? feel like you're always the one that rushes to the aid of others. Like you're always, it's almost like you're feeling that you have to be on standby when it comes to other people, right? But when it comes to things, you like to take, you rush into them. Like you like fast moving things. Like you like to have the fast movement going on in your life. However that comes through for you. And you rise above things. You always take the higher road. But you always have something almost like you have what's the word I'm looking for? You have like something up your sleeve. Like you always have a solution to everything. Everything is always thought out. You rise above it. You always are able to have that one solution that other people may not be able to have that perspective on. And you seem to be able to be a great problem solver. Um, let's see what else is going on for you here. The energy that I'm picking up on is Sword Cup. So air energy and water energy is what I'm picking up. Um, with a bit of earth. Um, so I'm beginning to wonder if you're an earth energy. So that meaning that are you a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo? Or Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini is the other strong energy that I'm picking up. Or is your rising sign could be one of those signs. You have a lot of determination. You want to be successful at things that you embark on. You're very strong in your power. You're a very strong energy. You're very decisive on things that you want in life. You don't kind of flip flop back and forth between making decisions. You're very straight on in what you want, and you're very determined at achieving it and going for it. You have a very strong energy and strength. Like your spirit is very strong. You're very determined. You are the type of person that, you're not the type of person that'll be. You're more of a leader. You're not going to be the one that follows just because everybody else is doing it. You're going to follow and do the same thing. You're going to be the type of person that steps away from that kind of field of people and end up being on your own, leading people into different ideas and being the kind of the spokesperson for new invent into like an ingenious kind of aura about you, right? You're a very strong person, strong energy, very decisive, very cut and dry though. I don't know if that could be a hindrance or that could be a blessing. I guess in some situations it's very good to be very determined, very cut and dry. You're not the wavering type. You don't give in easily to people. Let's see what other messages come through for you here. Okay. You're not the type of person to really get out and socialize very much, though. Like your social calendar is not very full. Or feeling like maybe you should spend more time socializing with people, or you're socializing, a lot. But I feel that, it might be new experiences coming forward. You're the Two of Swords. But you definitely rise above. You don't take, you're not a very guarded person. Like, you allow people into your life. You don't really protect yourself from, being hurt or to go through negative experiences, which maybe you should take a little bit more adherence to. Being a little bit more guarded, a little bit more private with certain things in your life. And not being such an open book. You might be a very emotional type person. Like, your emotions play a big part in the decisions that you make. Like, you base them more on emotion than actual logic. Even though you're cut and dry, those emotions are very, you feel your decisions based on the emotional experience that you're having. Like, if you're feeling threatened, then you'll make a decision of, I'm not doing that again, based on the experience, the feeling that you're getting from the experience. Not so much, you deal with more with the sensation part. You're more of a sensation person, dealing with the sensations that you're feeling, feelings of emotion, feelings of, pain, or feelings of happiness or joy. That's how you kind of base your decisions that you move forward with, right? But I always feel like I don't understand why you put yourself so out there, and it's almost like you're waiting for something to happen, and it's almost like you're like a first, to put this metaphorically speaking, it's like you're like an attendant waiting to cater to somebody. Like, somebody needs catering to, that you'll be there in a drop of a dime. You'll always be supportive, which is a good quality. You may feel that you get walked on a lot because of it, taken advantage of, though. So be a little bit more clear on who you help, and maybe not rushing to the aid of people so much. Allow it, to kind of let them kind of, don't be the fixer of every bad situation. Okay. Let's see here. See if we get any more messages for you. Another shuttle. So we're gonna current situations. You've definitely been through your battles. You've definitely been through your struggles in life, or you're currently going through struggles that you've overcome them. Feeling like you've come out of like a battle torn, like it's been a struggle getting through life up until this point. Not taking enough time to go internally and actually, understanding your personal self in things. You really don't spend enough time focusing on the internal part. You just kind of, just keep moving without actually internalizing anything. Even though you can be an emotional person, that doesn't mean that you're not internalizing, but you don't actually, sit and, what I'm hearing is sit and kind of manifest or fester on the feelings that you're getting. You're just kind of like, okay, I experienced that, I got that feeling, okay, now I understand that decision that I made was probably not the best one. So you don't really think through things. You don't internalize it, though. You don't worry about it. It's like, it's over and done with. Let's move on. You're very cut and dry, but the experience is there. You really have it. You don't really have a lot of enemies. You're very friendly. You're very personable. You're the type of person that would allow a person to talk your ear off. To be supportive in that manner. You don't have a lot of enemies. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is your creativity, is now, an opportunity for you to create, situations for the better good of yourself, right? So that comes along with the Hermit card. So you need to be more in tune with your creative side of things, meaning that, we are, in an environment that we get to make our decisions. We get to create the life. It's like, we were talking about this earlier, and how, when you're dreaming, you're creating whatever the tapestry or whatever's playing out on the screen that you're dreaming about. You are in total control. It's almost like you get your test playground there. to try out different things. So maybe being more creative in your dream work when you're having dreams, trying to be more in control of the dream and allowing the experience to happen. But make your decisions and use it as like your test plate, for the experiences that you want to play out in real life. Okay. So being more creative and taking the initiative to have creation, becoming forward, right? Inspiration, birthing new ideas, um, trying different things, having more experiences in life. That's basically what I've picked up from yours. Oh, I gotta sit back for a minute. My back is starting to hurt. Currently a student. You have no partner. Yeah, that could have been also meaning that when that card came up, that you weren't currently in a relationship or you were on the outs of a relationship. So that could also mean that you're not in a relationship as well. Did I hit some of your stuff too, Marley? Kill two birds with one stone. Hang on one sec. I had to get something else to drink here. I'm thirsty, you guys. Where's Handsome? Handsome! What are you doing? You should be close. Get inside. Come on. Come on. Yeah. There. Stay inside now. Yeah. Oh, watch out. I gotta get something to drink here. Watch out, baby. Come on. Get up here. Come on. Come on up. Okay. I had to go get my little cat from outside. Lost my job, car accident, uncle. Oh, wow. Whew. You really got hit with it all, eh, Marley? Wow. That's gotta really be sucking, eh? Well, you gotta keep a positive spin on things, though, right? You gotta think positive. Wow. See, it can all be lost, but it can also be rebuilt. Letting go of things in your life and just allowing, things. Unfortunately, things are going to happen, but if you're worrying about them all the time, you're just manifesting it into more negativity, right? You have to take a spin on it and live it like as if it was your last day. How would you be living your last day if you had an opportunity to find out that, like your sister found out she had breast cancer and it's terminal, what is she, how is she, she's going to go through a lot of emotions, right? So just allowing it, right? So, you know, it's a hard road, but you know, if you keep a positive outlook and keep moving forward, you know, it's difficult. She's probably on an emotional roller coaster. Like I wouldn't know what I would do, how I would, you know, how my life would change dramatically from where I am now if I was to find out that I had breast cancer as well, right? That's good that she smiles. You know, it's called iced tea. Right? So we have a troll in the building, you guys. It makes me laugh. People like that, you know, because they have so much free time on their hands that they would rather, you know, come and disrupt somebody's stream just to like make themselves feel important. Just after we lost one of our fellow creators, you know, that was going through a really hard time, people like this still don't learn that, you know, they cause people to end up, you know, just losing it, you know, and they have no remorse, no gratification that they want instantly of just being the all eyes on me because they're a goof or they're an asshole or they're just a straight up punk, and you know would rather try to, you know, send somebody down, you know, into a depressive state and just be that last little string that somebody was holding on to before they took their life, just like we lost that young fellow here recently that committed suicide in New York, and people still come in and be little clowns like this, you know. It's really sad to see, you know. We lost that young fellow there that was a Nintendo gamer and used to have his channel, had, you know, over 300,000 subscribers, and ended up committing suicide because he was, you know, being hounded and being bullied and being, you know, treated like a piece of dirt by these trolls. And they just don't learn, you know, who's going to be held accountable. They should be held accountable. So you pay attention to them. Mystic Oracle is a snake oil salesman looking for money and pretending to be a healer. I didn't say I was a healer, for one thing. I haven't done a Reiki course yet, so I can't claim to be a healer yet. So get that right, okay? At least I have a life. I have, you know, people that I do readings for, and they're very, very happy with them. And your opinion really doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. Mr. What was your name? You can't even pronounce it. You have a litis? What kind of litis do you have? Vaginolitis? You're allergic to vaginas? I think is more the idea there with that name. You're scared of vaginas. Are you gay? You must be gay. Wow. Vaginolitis. You're scared of fucking pussy. You pussy bitch. How you like that one? Come on my channel and think you're gonna get away with it? Vaginolitis? Scared of vaginas. Wow, that's a good name. He needs to get douched. Douche. Go get some milk and some water and douche yourself. Maybe it'll give you a new perspective on life. La douche. La bouche. You can deal it out, so can I. So you walked into the wrong channel to think that you're gonna get any action, buddy. Enjoy your evening, because I'm still enjoying mine, regardless whether you're here or not. You're just you are just another. I wouldn't even say you're a grain of dirt on the bottom of my shoe. You're like that gum that's like in 40-degree weather on a hot day. You step in it and it just sticks to you because it's got nothing better to do. And then you carry it around with you for a little while until you like rub it off. But you know, you just don't go anywhere because you're just like a little leech. And that's what you get off on. So quickly rub you off the bottom of my shoe here before you know, attach yourself somewhere else. You vaginalitis. Vaginalitis. What a name though, isn't that fucking stupid? Vaginalitis. I'm scared of vaginas. Call me in. What? But I bless you. I hope that you yes, bless you trolls. Yes, we must bless them because they're still humans. They must be working together. Well, you know, birds of a feather like to flock together, and then they'll go to another stream, and you know, it's just unfortunate, you know, that they have so much fun, and you think they're gonna get a rise out of someone. You know, they pick the wrong channel to come to. I didn't even look at the photo. They don't even have a photo because they're too scared to show their face because they've got an ugly mug to begin with. They can't even show their face because they're too shameful to hide behind a little icon. They can't, you know, be respectful and show who they really are because they're just vaginalitis. Vaginalitis. That's a fucked up name. Like, who would fucking name themselves vaginalitis? What a name. Come here, handsome. Come on, baby. Come on up. Get up here. Come on. Get up here. There's your towel. Oh, careful. Hang on, guys. 1 sec here. Let's fix this for you here. There we go. Here, handsome. There you go. Oh. I'm gonna play now. Sorry, guys. So yeah. So what's new? What are you doing, handsome? Baby's playing. Oh, is it ever hot here? Ooh. I have to take a shower for this. Sticky, wet. It's humid though. That's the thing. There's no breeze or anything outside. Barely any breeze. It's not even coming in. It's blowing the opposite direction of my window. I don't play into the hand of, you know, people that think that they're just so special, you know, special needs maybe, but they aren't special on my channel, you know. They only last for so long, but they keep coming back because they like it so much. You know, that young fellow that we lost, what, not even, well, a month ago, that committed suicide. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. But committed suicide off the Brooklyn Bridge because he couldn't handle, you know, the stresses of people calling him and was paying attention to the negative comments and stuff, which is unfortunate. We ended up losing him. Shoot, what was his name? I can't even remember it, so let's tip of my tongue. It just slipped my mind. But we recently lost one of our creators because of, you know, bombardment of negative and trolls and stuff, and he took it personal, and you know, didn't have, you know, somebody to reach out to him to keep him on the, you know, keep him positive, you know. Was really letting it get to himself, and didn't really have a very good support system, trying to keep everybody else happy, and, you know, sacrificing his own happiness, and ended up taking his own life. right? Which is unfortunate. It's sad to hear stories like that. But it's happening around the world. At any given moment, there's somebody committing suicide on a daily basis. Or wanting to attempt suicide because they just don't have the right support or somebody that's listen and talk them through it and give them some insight. You know, Even if it's kind of down for the moment, at least try to keep them on an even keel. To get them through that moment. Not enough of that is being done out in this world. It's just so horrible that people can't support each other and live in happiness instead of misery and causing pain to others. It's like you know what do they call them? I think there's like three types of those kind of people. They're called narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, and sociopaths, right? So it's unfortunate that we have so many people like that still get off on that. Like it's like you can't have sex. Vaginalitis can't have sex because he's scared of vaginas, so he has to get off another way. So let's go and troll people's streams, right? It's too bad for him. And the other one there, that Wolfgang guy, go on the streams where they do that, because I'm sure you can find that somewhere. There's so many easy women out there that will be flashing their boobs and everything on streams and Snapchat and all that. And there's, we'll find one of them. I'm sure they'll give it up for free. They're so easy. I think you stumbled along the wrong channel here, buddy. And they can be. If somebody deals it out to me, I'll deal it right back. I have nothing that's stopping me. You take the first dig, then I'll dig right back. And I'll dig your grave for you. Stand up for myself. Won't be having any of that. Not on this channel. Everybody comes here and has a peace of mind here. Everybody has a value here. Except for trolls when they act like little children, on those notes, it's just not happening. It's not happening here. Wouldn't it be just nice to be able just to delete people? Just like, take their avatar of their version of them and just kind of, downgrade them? Have a button that you could push in real life that said downgrade their personality? Take like little, thinking that they build themselves up their ego, knock their ego down a bit. You just push the ego button and it just knocks their ego down, a few notches. Be cool. I'd be pushing it a lot though. I'd be pushing that ego button on quite a few people in life. When they get their heads full and think they're all that in a bag of chips, when the chips aren't even on for sale. But they think they're the best chip in the bag, and the whole bag's fucking been thrown out already. That bag got deleted. That version of that bag got deleted. We ain't selling that kind of chip here. That's a bad batch. Out you go. Oh, jeez. Things that we say, eh? Handsome boy sleeping. Baby's sleeping. He's tired. He's had a busy day. He's busy little beaver. But yeah, no, we have some fun times on here. Are the big bag with it's called the big bag of ego that gets tossed out every time they try. A handful of yeah, but there's still a chip. They haven't even left the bag yet. They got left behind. Those are those crumbs that sit at the bottom of the bag that everybody just kind of tosses into the trash when they're done their bag of chips. They're not a whole chip. They're just that crumb at the bottom of the bag that you just toss anyway. You don't really try to get. It's just there. It's just those ones that get broken up in transportation. Oh, I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm not usually that bad, but it just kind of puts it into a perspective, right? The mentality level of certain people in life. The mentality level is like they think it's up here, but it's really down here. The rest of us are up here, and they're still down here trying to catch up. Catch up. There's a ketchup chip. Trying to be a ketchup chip. Oh wow. That's okay. Still trying to be the ketchup chip. There's still a tomato. They haven't even made it into the bag of chips yet. But they thought they did. They thought they already had it sunk. They thought they had the for sure deal there, but there's still a tomato waiting to be a ketchup. They got downgraded. Oh Lord. My goodness. People, people, people. Well, I think I'm going to call it quits because I've been going for almost 2 hours and I'm getting hot. I need to go and cool off outside for a bit. And I'd like to take you guys with me outside, but I can't reach you that far. But next time we'll have, you know, a late night powwow outside. Suckers. Don't get me on the topic of suckers because suckers are good for you. They keep you from smoking. Suckers are useful. We don't want to, you know, infiltrate the sucker business. You're most welcome. So you guys have a great night. Thanks, Scorp, for being here. Message you later, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.